Welcome to Livingston, our podcast where we invite local businesses, people, and organizations to talk about what they are giving to our community.
As real estate professionals with the Putkela Group, we bring valuable insight into the local market and community every week.
Thanks for listening, and welcome to Livingston. Hello, and welcome everybody to another episode of the Welcome to Livingston podcast. My name is Don Putkela.
And I'm Angela Putkela, and we're with the Putkela Group Real Estate Professionals. And this podcast has been powered by Jim Paquette with Lake Michigan Credit Union.
Yes, and we are just super excited about today's episode. Today with us, we have Mary Beth Potrykus with Mama Bear Productions. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Great. So tell us a little bit about what is Mama Bear Productions?
Well, I'm a certified wellness educator. I love educating people on health and wellness and a healthy lifestyle. And I also partner with a 69-year-old ethical company called Shaklee, and they're all about health and wellness. And so just wanting to help people with their health and, offering options.
Right, because I know that's such a big part with people of, they just don't feel exactly right, or they don't have the energy that they used to have, and they don't know where to go. They, am I eating the right foods? Am I doing the right things? Am I taking the right vitamins? There's just so much coming at them. They're like, well, where do I start?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you go to the store and there's a whole mirage of this, that, and everything else. And is it good? And how do I know?
Yeah.
So that's where I come in.
There you go. Now, what kind of results can someone expect?
Well, it depends on what they're looking for. Are they looking, to do things proactively, like they're feeling good and they want to continue to feel good? Or are they looking to slow down the aging process? Are they looking to lose weight? Or do they have allergies? Do they themselves or someone in their family have allergies, and maybe they're looking to have non-toxic home care products. So it depends on the individual where their interest lies.
Wonderful. Okay. So, and how did you get involved in this then?
Well, back in the 90s, I actually was with another company, just wanted to lose some weight after having my son. And, natural is such a common word to use in promoting anything holistic. Right. And so I was with this one company and went through the program, lost weight, and then, of course, we decided to have a second child, so there went that. And after I had my daughter, I couldn't go on the whole program because now I have 2 kids, went back to work part-time. The budget was leaner, so I only went on some of their products and didn't really know what was in them. And then a friend of mine got into Shaklee, and she goes, well, do you know what's in those products? I'm like, well, no, they're natural. Well, that's what prompted me to look at the ingredients. And that was the beginning of the end with that company, because when I found out what was in them, there were some harsh herbal stimulants, and that's where you have to be really careful, because just because they're herbal does not mean that they're good for you. And so I stopped. I was actually selling it very part-time and threw away $300 worth of product back in 1998, which I don't even know what that would equate to today.
Quite a bit more.
Probably a lot.
And went by the advice of my girlfriend, look at the ingredients. So that's been a big thing for me in the last, 27 years. I look at ingredients on everything.
Yeah. Well, that's a good way to go because there's so many chemicals and things.
Right. So I started on a few products from Shaklee and was starting to feel, the difference. And then I got laid off from my job because I moved to another state and became a stay-at-home mom. And I said, well, this is perfect because I want to help people so they didn't encounter what I did.
Yeah, so tell us more about Shaklee and what types of products they offer.
Yeah. Shaklee's been around for 69 years. It was founded by Dr. Forrest Shaklee, who is really an incredible man. If you know any chiropractors, which he was a chiropractor, Dr. Palmer was actually his teacher. So that's, he was born in 1894, so that gives you an idea. And he started the company when he was 62 in 1956. So with just a multivitamin, that was it. And it obviously has progressed into so much more. And the products has the nutrition line, sports nutrition, weight management, skincare, personal care, and then the non-toxic and biodegradable products for the home. They've really set the pace for other companies in the same industry,
Right.
because of their compensation plan, which is patented, which you never hear about that in the industry, and just everything that they do, it's top notch.
Wonderful. That's really good. Because, it's nice to know what's in products. Just so many people, they don't know what they're putting into their bodies. They never look at the ingredients list. Like you said, you can go to the store and pick up a multivitamin. You go to the vitamin aisle and just thousands of products in front of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, how do you pick?
How do you pick? Right. So what is most common when people come to you? Where do people usually start off at, or what's your most popular products?
The nutrition line is usually their first go-to. It's always good to start out with a multivitamin, and then protein powders is a really good one. Our Life Shake it's good for you, and it tastes good. Even Mikey would like it.
Wow.
For those who
You're dating us
We're
there.
dating ourselves. I get the joke, but now I'm feeling like I'm dating myself.
Okay,
here.
maybe I should say Steve likes it because that's my husband.
There you go.
But yeah, and it depends. So another unique tool that Shaklee has, it's called Meology, and it's a personal health assessment. So people take a few minutes, they complete it, and it comes back and it says, well, based on your answers, here are the products that we recommend for you. It's not written in stone, and that's when I offer a 30-minute consult at no charge, and we go over what their results are. And then if they like that, they can go with that. Or if they like me to customize it, we can do that too. Because it's about the consumer. It's not about me. It's like, what's a good fit for them?
Right. Yeah, you're trying to create this customized experience then.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Because your health is individual to yourself, so it makes perfect sense, because anybody that is pushing a one-size-fits-all type of thing, how does that make any sense?
Well, it doesn't. There's going to be some products that everybody could use, right? Mm-hmm. I believe that a protein powder and a multivitamin is good for anyone.
So it's pretty universal.
Yes. But then it can, go beyond that, what they're looking for, what they feel like they can, make that new habit of getting it in every day, because consistency is important.
Right. It makes a difference. But it's nice that you take steps to make it an individualized experience.
Yeah, thank you.
And one of the things I wanted to ask about, I know that gut health is like a really big
popular thing
mm-hmm. right now. There's a lot of products out there. So can you extrapolate a little bit on, like, people, you hear that term all the time. It's like, well, I need better gut health. Like, what does that mean, and what should they be doing, or what should they be taking with you?
Well, another questions that I would have before I even recommended any products is that, do they have any allergies? Are they lactose intolerant? Right? Because that can affect the gut. Stress is another big one that affects us negatively overall.
Right.
Probiotics are always good because it helps with your gut health, the microbiome. And what's good about that is that, well, with our products, it actually gets down into the lower portion of the body, into the intestines, where it optimally works. And that affects your gut, which a lot of people don't know. So they have a couple of different products that help with that, probiotics. We have Optiflora and then Optiflora DI. And the difference is, one is a straight probiotic. The other one is a probiotic with enzymes, which help the body to digest food. So when people say, well, I'm on that purple pill, if you know what I mean, and that actually destroys acids, and we do need some acids to help digest the food. So having a probiotic is the best way to go, and with the enzymes as well.
Well, that's a really good thing to note, because I think that does apply to a lot of people just in general.
It really does, and there's so many people, like, you hear those catchwords like probiotics, and like they're in yogurts, they're in this and the other thing. And again, it's, good to be able to talk to someone like you, because you have that knowledge base, where for most of us, we're just hearing the catchphrases.
Exactly. Yeah.
But until you mentioned it, I really never thought of how pharmaceuticals can affect our systems anyway, right? So to make sure that we're still getting the nutrition that we need, even if we take some kind of drug or something for, other health needs, that, we are probably our own little ecosystem, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody's unique. Our chemical makeup is different. So, yeah, exactly.
How do you get the best out of what you have to work with, right?
Right. Yep. And I want to ask you about the cleanses you have. But before I do that, I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge our sponsor, Jim Piquette with Lake Michigan Credit Union. And here is a word from us about him right now. Today's episode of the Welcome to Livingston podcast is brought to you by our valued sponsor, Jim Piquette with Lake Michigan Credit Union. He is a trusted mortgage lender who has lived and worked in our community for many years. Jim Piquette is dedicated to helping our neighbors achieve their homeownership dreams and is proud to support the local businesses that make our area special. Now let's dive back into the stories of the incredible entrepreneurs we are featuring today. Wonderful. So I did want to ask, because I saw on your website for products, and I know a lot of people are doing these like cleanses, 3-day cleanse, 5-day cleanse. Can you explain to people what that is and why you would do one or when you would do one?
Well, a cleanse is really good for your liver, right? We only have one liver, and it's our body's filter. So when you can clean that out, it, again, has a positive effect on your overall health. And there's also something called candida, which is a buildup of sugar in your colon. So when a person goes on a cleanse, at least for our cleanses, the supplements will help to rebuild healthy liver cells and help to get the candida out of the lower extremities. And it's vegetables. Basically, you become a vegetarian. I mean, you can have some clean protein like our protein powder or, free-range chicken, things like that. But, no simple carbs, no caffeine, no alcohol, nothing. And for a week, it's really not that bad because it's a short amount of time and we know how time flies. And there's some delicious recipes with the program too, so I support customers on that. We have another one called the 5-day reset, and that's strictly protein. So there are 7 products that you take for 5 days, and it's a protein powder, there's oats, there's a bouillon broth, and then things to, mid-afternoon snack, and then electrolytes. So that's for 5 days. So those are the 2 different programs with regards to a cleanse. So maybe you just need a reset as far as your energy level and getting protein in. I mean, that's the big buzzword now too, because protein actually helps. If you've heard of GLP-1, that's a hormone that our body naturally creates in the gut. And when you give your body more clean protein, it naturally helps it to produce more, which then helps with blood sugars and your metabolism. So, a couple of different ways to get the body refreshed and renewed.
Wow, that's great. Now, how often should someone do one of these, and how would someone know that it's time to, maybe I should do some kind of cleanse here?
Well, I usually do the 7-day cleanse 3 times a year. It helps just every few months to go through that, because you do feel a change. I mean, you have some weight loss, you lose some inches, and it kind of jumpstarts a person who wants to go further in a weight loss program. So it depends on the individual, But I would say, 2 or 3 times a year is good.
Good. One of the questions, I don't even know where to start on this, but I know a lot of people, when they're reaching out to someone about vitamins, about everything else, it's because, they're aging, their metabolism is changing, and the things that have worked for them in the past just aren't working anymore, right? So when someone comes and sits down with you and they're like, hey, I'm getting older, I just don't have the energy I have anymore. How do they get started with you? What would you, I know we talked about the protein and the multivitamin, but what kind of supplements are they taking? What kind of program are you putting people on?
Yeah, in terms of consultatively.
Well, it's what's simple for them and what will fit in their lifestyle. Ideally, I would start out with, it's called the Ready Set Wellness Program. So with that, you get 28 servings of a protein powder, Vitalizer, which is our blister strip of supplements. And that is a probiotic, multivitamin, 2 of the multivitamins, a B plus C vitamin, and then the last one is called CEO. So it's the carotenoids, omegas, and vitamin E. And because of the unique delivery system, a person's constantly getting the benefits of those supplements during the course of the day. Plus, you get a free product. You can choose from several free products, one being the Cleanse program. So they could start with that or whatever they prefer. That's really good because with that program, you get a free lifetime membership, free shipping, and then with a free product, you're talking close to $100 worth of freebies, and everybody likes freebies.
That's nice, yeah.
And it's really simple because all the supplements that I mentioned you can take in the beginning of the day. So you start your day with a smoothie and your strip of vitamins, and it's a great way to have energy and even out your blood sugars till lunchtime. So it's pretty basic.
Yeah, it keeps the energy up.
Yeah.
And how long does it usually take someone when they start with you before they start to feel a change in their body?
You know, everyone is different. Nothing's going to happen overnight, but typically people feel a difference within a week. You know, they're not where they want to be, but they can feel that it's working. So, yeah.
And that's really what everybody is most interested in is.
Right, and that's the
results.
incentive to stay with it, too.
Yeah, exactly. Feeling results.
Right. No, I know that's, a lot of people are looking for different ways, healthy ways to lose weight. I mean, there's so much out there. It's amazing when you're watching TV now, you see these commercials about the different pills you can take. And then, 75% of the commercial is the side effects that could happen from that pill. Right. Yeah. So to be able to sit down with someone and say, okay, we're looking at the ingredients, we're making sure they're safe for you before you start taking them is really good.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. Cause diet is a misinterpreted word, and we all are on a diet. It depends what it compiles of.
Right.
Right. And what we eat, what we drink, if we're active, all of those things are part of a diet. So you don't want to just get to your goal weight and then it's like, okay, I'll go back to what I was doing. You want to make those healthy habits last for a lifetime.
Right, because then you go on that roller coaster of like, I lost the weight and then I went back to my old habits and now I've gained all the weight back, right? So that's why we have, 3 different size sets of clothing in our closet for a lot of people, right?
Yeah, and that's so common. Yeah, the yo-yo dieting, and so that's where I help people. Let's stick with this. Get that dress or pair of pants and hang it up and say, I'm going to fit into that and I'm going to stay in that. And then you can sell the other 2 wardrobes.
Yes, exactly. Making a difference, It must be very rewarding in terms of the people that you're working with and seeing them achieve their goals and get the results. And
it is. And what a lot of people don't know about weight loss is chemicals. So products that people use in their home, their laundry detergent, their dish soap. I just had a customer say, I'm tasting chemicals on my dishes. What do you have? And so she's using those pods in there, which is full of plastic and all of that. So chemicals actually are stored in the fat of our body, which is a deterrent for us to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's interesting.
That kind of makes sense now that there's so many more plastics than there were, 50 years ago or whatnot, and people are heavier than they were back then.
Yeah, no, I don't know the percentage, but I remember I was reading an article a couple months ago that there was a study that they were saying like there's a small amount of plastics that we actually have in our cells now. Like it's in our brain because we've ingested so much of it over the years.
Yeah, the microplastics as we're drinking bottled water.
Yes, all 3 of us.
I've been trying to stay away from that. I have my Yeti, know. But yeah, you're right. You're exactly right. Yeah, they're finding it on people's brains and can be attributed to Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, all of that. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that is nice for the young people. Most of them aren't doing the bottled water anymore. It's popular for them to have the Yetis or the Stanley before that and everything. But at the same time, they're having better habits of having this water bottle all the time.
It's true. But it's always catching the next greatest trend. Because I know, like, for our daughter, like, doesn't matter what kind of water bottle we buy for her and how expensive it was. She always wants, now I want that.
Yeah, I don't know which one she has now, but like it was like a year and a half ago. She needed
Every
the
3
Lululemon
months.
one, and now that one's no. And she had the Stanley one, and no. It's whichever. I can't remember the name.
Yeah,
right.
like every 3 or 4 months. It's like, oh no, this one is so much better. Like, well.
But then you go to pick them up at the school, and they all walk out with the exact same brand water bottle. So,
Get a label and just, print them up and slap it over that name and then say, here you go.
Yeah. Exactly.
but again, at least they're getting, like I said, it's better habits than some of us have. In
Yes.
terms
Especially
of
for that younger generation.
yeah.
I think they're more conscious about a lot of that.
about the healthy habits that you need to have, because we've both given up pop, which is for the most part, which is really good.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. So what other products or things that we haven't talked about that you might want to hit on to highlight of what you give?
What you offer.
Well, I absolutely love their skincare. It's called Youth. And it was introduced in August of 2017. So every year in August, I take a picture of what I look like before I started using those products and now. And I'm, not to sound vain, but it really has made a difference in my skin. And that's the other thing, too. What's in us, on us, and around us becomes a part of us. So whatever we wash our hair with, put on our skin, we're in our clothes all the time. What are we washing our clothes in? All of those things have an impact on our health. And so with the skincare, what they've done is there's 2,500 ingredients that are not in Youth skincare line that are in other skincare products. And we're talking the high-end ones that you can find at Nordstrom, Macy's,
Wow.
all that. Yeah. And those are not cheap. And actually, they're more expensive than Youth. But yeah, they were very meticulous on what they would put into those products and how it can help people's skin. And it's not just for the ladies, it's for the guys too. And I've actually had a young woman, late 20s. She's tried so many other things to get rid of the adult acne, and nothing went away until she used Youth. So that's a big testament. So it's for everyone.
Absolutely. And I've heard anecdotally some things that some people were just so, healthy and strict with what they put inside their body in terms of what they ate and consumed, but not being very careful about what they put on their skin. And with your skin absorbing so much, it really makes a huge difference. So it makes sense that they have a whole skincare line.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. And it actually goes 7 layers deep into the skin. Youth skincare products too. Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
And what types of products do they have? Probably moisturizer.
Yeah, cleanser, toner, moisturizers, one for nighttime, one for daytime. They have a boost activating serum, so, vitamin C, because our skin does need vitamins as well. Eye treatment. What am I thinking? And they have a few very limited cosmetics, so mascara, a beauty balm, which is a nicer version of a foundation. And it's all a money-back guarantee. So if you're not happy, you get your money back. And that's why I follow up with my customers, because I want to ensure they're getting the results that they want.
Right. And that's good because it's full service, right? If you buy something at Macy's or at Nordstrom, no one's checking on you. No one's making sure that the product is working for you, or if you should try a different type instead or whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At least you'll be able to consult. And
right. I love the consultative aspect, because you're right. You're out there. You're just like, well, I think I need something for this. So you're looking at things. You're like, oh, well, I saw a commercial for that, or oh, that looks good for that. And you're looking at like a full body approach of like, okay, what do you personally need, and what products do I have that can help get you where you want to go? So I love that aspect of it.
Exactly. And what I like about the Shaklee website, too, is that there's no hiding what's in them. The ingredients are right up front, very easy to find and view them. So
great.
It's good. Wonderful. Well, I love hearing so much about it. If someone is looking to get products or, have a consultation with you, how would they get a hold of you?
Well, I have a unique business name, so it's Mama Bear Productions, and For those who know me, they know that comes from my love of bear hunting. I'm a successful bear hunter. So just mamabearproductions.net. It's pretty simple. They can go there, and my information is in there, my email, cell phone. I'm in Facebook and in Instagram. Just do a search on Mama Bear Productions, and you should find me there, as well as LinkedIn.
Now, because it is such an unusual name, so it's kind of, with you being a bear hunter, is there any other part of it to it, or like, how did you settle on the name?
Well, my girlfriend and I hired a business coach, and she said, how do you want to distinguish yourself in the marketplace? And she said, think of things that you like to do, hobbies and whatnot. So that's where that came about. And then I didn't even realize it. My daughter was only 7 at the time. She goes, Mom, it's the same initials as your name. I'm like, well, I have to keep it then.
It makes sense. Well, and you're being consultative, right? And you're kind of a mama bear.
I
little
am.
bit.
Yeah.
So I like that.
That's become more popular now. You see a lot of mama bears around.
Yeah, it's a good thing. So good. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to join us today and delve into Shaklee and your health perspective and all that you have to offer your clients.
Well, thank you so much. I'm very appreciative of you doing the interview. Thank you.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Yeah. So everyone out there, please check out our podcast, and please check out Mama Bear Productions. If you're just looking for supplements, or you're looking to have a little bit healthier lifestyle, and just be able to know that the products that you're putting into your body are natural and are
Healthy, truly natural.
truly natural and healthy and good for you.
Yeah. And especially if you don't know where to begin. Mary Beth is a great resource, and sometimes it feels like that space can be really overwhelming, but she's an outstanding gal, and she'll be able to help you out.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening today, and
Welcome to Livingston.